Welcome to the Mesquite ISD Substitute Online Orientation for the 2014-2015 school year. In Mesquite ISD's quest for excellence, there is a vision for the success of all students. The mission of Mesquite ISD is to educate all students and empower them to expand their opportunities. Some of you may be substitute teachers. Others may be substitute teacher aides or substitute secretarial clerical. You are all a vital part of ensuring that all MISD students are successful. Research shows that during a student's time in grades K through 12 that they will spend an entire year of time under the supervision of substitute teachers. You are a valued member of the Mesquite ISD team. You are expected to read the MISD Substitute Handbook and be sure that you fully understand the information contained in it. If you have questions, you should call or email the substitute manager. A digital copy is available in this orientation for your review. Be sure that you keep your login information for the online orientation. This class will be open all year for you to review the information and will be used to post any new information as necessary. All assignments are handled through the ASOP online system. It is important that you keep your email address up to date in this system. The substitute office communicates almost exclusively through email. If you have any problems concerning assignments, you should contact the substitute manager's office. Hours are 6:30 a.m. until 3 p.m. Substitute assignments may change once you have arrived at school. There are many reasons for a change in assignment. The principal or assistant principal in charge of substitutes have full discretion on assignment changes. If you are uncomfortable with the change, you can professionally let them know you would prefer to not take the assignment offered, but please be advised that you will more than likely be sent home for the day without pay. We encourage you to remain positive and flexible. Please note the times that you are expected to report at and remain until for the various campuses. Elementary is 7:30 until 3:30, and all secondary campuses are 8 until 4. Please note that the Academy and Learning Center may have different start and end times. When you arrive at the campus, the first thing you should do is sign in at the office. Please do not sign out at the same time. You should return at the end of the day to sign out and check with the office to be sure they do not need any additional information from you. You are required to have your ID badge. If you lose your badge, be sure you have your driver's license with you and the secretary can make you a temporary visitor ID badge for the day. You can come by and pick up a reprint at any time. Locate the teacher's lesson plan and seating chart as quickly as possible. If no seating chart is available, you can quickly create one and ask one of the students to fill it in for you, or you can do it as you take roll. You should also review the class schedule and do your best to follow it as precisely as possible. Closely following the schedule helps you stay organized and helps with student behavior. An example of how being off schedule can cause major problems. Being late to lunch even by 2 minutes can have a domino effect on the entire school's lunch schedule and end up with the last class being up to half an hour off schedule. Acquaint yourself with fire and emergency drill procedures posted in the room. These are usually in a red folder on the wall next to the classroom door. It is very important that you follow the correct route for exiting the building in the event that there is a fire drill or actual fire. Code red instructions are covered in a separate presentation. Be sure to write a running note for the teacher to review upon his or her return to the classroom. You should include any absences or tardy students. For tardy students, you need to be sure and note the time the student arrived in the classroom and attach their note from the office. The note should include what work you completed and any exceptions that occurred and why. For an example, an unscheduled assembly. Any unusual event should be explained in detail as well. Whenever we experience a change, especially in our routine, we experience some form of stress. As a substitute, you are change. For children, especially younger ones, they may manifest their stress in a number of responses to you. Their anxiety and fear can translate into misbehavior. There are several ways that you can help students cope with the change. You can introduce yourself, be enthusiastic, smile, follow the schedule as closely as possible, call students by name whenever possible. To help with this, carry a sheet of blank labels with you and ask the students to write their name and put it on. Use positive remarks such as, "We're going to have a great day, and I bet we can make that happen." Let the students know your expectations. Maybe it is important to you that they raise their hand before they speak, and only after you are finished talking. Keep the number of expectations to a minimum. The teacher usually has her classroom expectations posted in the classroom for you. Not understanding the teacher's directions is a major cause of classroom management issues and student behavior problems. Therefore, after you give a set of directions, you need to be sure to check for understanding. The best way to do this is to ask a student to repeat back, in their own words, what the instructions are. Offer one-on-one help to those that may be struggling. At the end of the day and/or period, the students should help put the room back in order. You should grade papers that were assigned for the day unless otherwise noted. Please leave the teacher's desk neat. We ask that you please do not eat or drink at the teacher's desk. Be sure your note to the teacher is visible and easily seen. You must check with the office and sign out before leaving for the day. You are expected to stay for the entire workday. The following is a list of success strategies that will benefit you if you put them into practice. Be on time, not just to start your day, but in following your class schedule for the day as well. It is best to locate the office, adult restrooms, and cafeteria in relation to your classroom. It is suggested that you use the restroom before your day begins. It may be lunchtime before you get another break. You cannot leave students unattended at any time. Once you are in your class, locate the phone, list of pertinent numbers, and the emergency information. For example, code red and fire drill instructions. Review the teacher's notes and lesson plans. If you do not see lesson plans, you should check with a neighboring teacher and/or call the office. Look for the class rules, and if necessary, write your expectations on the board or overhead. Keep them short and positive. Substitutes need to be flexible, enthusiastic, and have a sense of humor. The most important advice can be summed up with be prompt, patient, and professional. Additional success strategies are in your substitute handbook. The regular classroom teacher is legally and morally responsible for the welfare of all the children and is charged with the maintenance of school property. No less is expected from the substitute teacher. A great deal of the materials in the classroom are the personal property of the teacher and should be treated with equal care. Treat each classroom as carefully as you would treat someone's home when you visit. Some of you may want to accept positions that are for multiple days or even several weeks. You are expected to check with the principal about attendance at scheduled staff meetings, conferences, etc. Additionally, you are expected to hold in professional confidence any information regarding students, parents, and staff. FERPA, or the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, has laws in place to protect our students and staff. Please note their laws apply for all substitutes and all information you hear or see during the course of your day. You will need to speak directly with the principal about any necessary computer access that will be required during your long-term assignment. Early release is for students, not staff. These days are set aside for professional development. You may be required to stay and complete various duties assigned by the principal. If the day is listed on ASOP as a full day, then you are paid for the full day. If ASOP lists the absence as a half day, then the teacher or another employee will return and release you at the half-day mark, which is 11:30 for elementary and 12 o'clock for secondary. District policy states that you must check out with the office before you leave campus. Whatever type of equipment you encounter during your job as a substitute, please be sure that you know how to operate and use it properly. If you have any doubts, please ask another adult employee of the school. A special note: Promethean boards look like a regular whiteboard, but it will ruin them if they are written on. They're a touch-sensitive projection screen that is used to interact with a computer and overhead projector. Any time that you come early or stay after school and have someone give you a lesson on how to use the equipment would be well worth your time. Having technology and skills will make you more marketable and increase your ability to become a requested substitute. Immediately report any serious accident or injury, whether it's a student or yourself, to the nurse and principal or assistant principal. Leave information in your note to the teacher about any students that go to the clinic and reasons they are sent. The following are actions that could lead you to being removed from the substitute list. Habitually reporting late to assignments. Please note that you are expected to report on time and stay until the end of the workday. Students should never be left unattended in the classroom or anywhere when they are your responsibility. This includes the playground. Please note that under no circumstances should a substitute engage in an argument or physical confrontation with a student. You should never touch or physically handle a child. This does include touching on the shoulder, hugs, etc. You can offer up a hand for a high five. Never photograph a child with a camera or phone. Do not post any information about your class or experiences in the classroom on any social network, for example, Facebook. Please do not bring personal laptops or any non-telephone electronic device to any campus. Cell phones are to be turned off during the school day. Do not use the teacher's computer for any reason other than direct lesson plan instructions to do so. Substitutes must be up and walking around the room monitoring students during the entire class period. Maintaining discipline is centered around the use of proximity. Proximity is one of the best ways to ensure good classroom behavior. If you need to cancel a job, it is preferred that you cancel, at the latest, the evening before. Should an emergency arise and you need to cancel on the morning of a job, the first thing you need to do is see if you can cancel the job in ASAP. If it's too late, then you will need to call the substitute manager's office to ask them to cancel the job. It is also your responsibility to contact the school and let them know as soon as possible that you're canceling the job. Excessive cancellations, more than 3 in a 90-day period, are frowned upon. Please be careful if you choose to use Jobulator. Do not take every job that pops up and then sort through them, canceling out the ones you do not want. Many times, substitutes have not shown up to an assignment because they had accepted the assignment through a Jobulator app and then forgotten to cancel. Substitutes must not leave the campus during the school day. You may bring your lunch. There is a refrigerator and microwave available in the teachers' lounges. You are always welcome to purchase a lunch from the school cafeteria. Please note they only accept cash. Please remember that you are expected to hold in professional confidence any information regarding students, parents, staff, etc. The Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act of 1974 has laws in place to protect our students. Foods of minimum nutritional value may not be sold or given away to students on school premises by school administrators or staff, students or student groups, parents or parent groups, guest speakers, or any other person, company, or organization, including you. Foods of minimum nutritional value are defined in federal regulations as having less than 5% of the recommended daily amount per serving for 8 key nutrients: calories, total fat, saturated fat, protein, calcium, iron, vitamin A, and vitamin C. These include soft drinks, water ices, chewing gum, and candies. Substitutes are expected to conduct themselves in a professional manner at all times. You should treat everyone, administrators, coworkers, parents, and students, respectfully. Substitutes are expected to be dressed and ready to go when taking last-minute assignments. Also, please refrain from taking assignments after the start time. Your decision to work for the day should be made early enough to be at assignments on time. Reasons from removal for the substitute list are not limited to the incidents covered here. Any other action or cause which may place into question the education, health, and/or safety of the students and/or staff of the Mesquite ISD can also lead to a substitute's removal from the list. We hope that each day as a substitute is a great day. Remember, the students are what it's all about.